What's up guys, Luke here. As you can see, it's a shit start. I'm going to do this again. Alright, today I'm going to be having a bit of a rant about sex education because I've just heard a song that reminds me of it for some reason. Don't ask what song, don't ask why. I don't know. See you go. So I'm going to be picking apart sex education. If you don't like talking about sex, you can leave now. There's probably a much nicer video you can watch down here somewhere. In fact, if you want to watch one, click just here. Click this. It'll be a much nicer video than me talking about sex. So the first thing that kind of confused me a little bit, so imagine little Luke, little old Luke, sitting in class, about to learn about sex. It's a big moment in a boy's life. You start to learn what's my knob actually for. So I'm sitting there in class, next thing I know, 50-year-old woman walks in. Her name's Barbara. Strolls in like this, she does, all cocky, bag full of stuff, right? Bag full of instruments that she's going to teach me how to put my penis inside another woman's vagina. Not being funny, Barbara, 12-inch dildo could have been left at home. Probably could have left your vibrator at home and all. Didn't really need to see that fall out of the bag at the last minute. Morning everyone. We're all sitting there like, come on Barbara, how you doing? Next thing I know, she's pulled out a 6-inch dildo, nice bright purple, and it was a nice vibrant colour, because if you're going to f*** yourself, you're going to f*** yourself with a nice dildo, ain't you? Not that I have. This has gone off. I don't know where this video's going. Maybe come back. So I'm sitting there thinking, what the f is that? What is that, Barbara? Why have you brought that? I've got math next. What am I going to be doing in there? How am I meant to be concentrating on subtraction when you've brought that floppy thing out? Put that back. Jesus is watching you. 5 minutes later, she's explained something about the dildo. I wasn't really listening. Next thing I know, I'm watching a 50-year-old woman lube up a dildo and put a condom on it. Now, if you'd asked me that morning what I was going to be doing that day at school, I probably wouldn't have said, watching a 50-year-old woman lube up a dildo. I don't know why I'm doing this. All of a sudden, she's maintained eye contact. Good 10 seconds of eye contact with her doing this, lubing up this dildo, ready to put that condom on. I'm sitting there thinking, what do I do? Do I look away? If I look away, she's going to think I'm weak. I've got to maintain the stare. I've got to keep looking at her. Hello Barbara, I can see you're doing that. I don't know if she was going to put that up me or put the condom on her. I don't know what the f was going on. So you'll be happy to know she didn't put it in me, or on me, or near me. That was lucky. Thanks Barbara. Cheers mate. I really hope your parents can't hear me recording this. They're probably going to think, what the fuck is he talking? Why is he talking about dildos? Who's Barbara? So I'm sure you all remember the sex educational videos that you get in sex ed, and it was kind of a little bit weird. You've got 2 videos. The first one's a bit boring. It's all diagrams. The second one's the really juicy one. That's where you get to see your first pair of nipples, boys. You get to see a woman in the shower. My mum and dad were quite, bless them, quite naive. They didn't really introduce me to anything like that. I was quite a late learner. I didn't really know anything about that. I just kind of thought, oh, she's got boobs, lovely. I didn't have a clue how to have sex. I didn't know where this went. I didn't know what happened. Oh, I don't know why I've done that. Oh no. Next thing I know, I'm watching a woman in the shower. Nice and soapy. She's got one of them nice sponges. She probably looked from Marks and Spencer's or something. So you know it's a top quality video, but she's got a sponger from Marks and Spencer's. Sitting there doing this, right? Like doing this. And I'm just kind of thinking, do women actually do that? I don't know about you. At this age, when I'm in the shower, right, this is the order, right? Shower gel, knob and bollocks, legs, here, armpits, back, neck, face, hair, right? So why I'm sitting there for a good 3 minutes looking at a woman's second pair of eyes doing this. It's an awkward moment for a person. You don't know what to do. As a boy, you don't know what to do. You're sort of sitting there nervously, sort of holding your crotch because you don't know. You're starting to get, feelings are happening. I don't know if I like this. What do I do? I remember sitting there thinking, I like the video, but I don't want to look like I'm too into it because then everyone's going to think I'm. So I'm sitting there looking at the video, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this, but I'm also surrounded by women and boys that I've grown up with, so I can't. Barbara! It's like when you're in lesson, or when you're in an exam, and you're sitting there and you have no fucking clue how to work out the answer. You've looked over and you've seen your mate's papers, and you don't want to look like you're cheating, but an invigilator's seen you. So you have to sit there like, oh, pretend how to work out the calculation. That's what I'm doing. I'm sort of thinking like, oh, right. I'm trying to look like I'm informed by the video. I don't really give a shit about Barbara nor her dildo. I'm just watching the nice boobs on screen. I'm just kind of like, oh, I could get used to this. This is lovely. Now the most awkward part of the video, the camera pans down, right, like this. Camera pans down, right. Hold on, bear with me. Oh dear, I just broke my tripod. Camera pans down like this, right. So you get a lovely shot of her breasts. Keeps panning, keeps panning, keeps panning. It pans all the way down till you see kebab, or I shouldn't call it that, her front bottom. You see her vagina. I was very confused at the breasts, so you can imagine my equal confusion when I'm sitting there in class watching a woman wash herself. I think there's like 2-3 videos. The first one is the diagrams, the second one is the female bloody video, and the third video is the one that the girls watch, and it's a man in the shower. I'm very happy I didn't have to watch the man video, because it was awkward for me in a class of 30 pupils watching the woman shower. Imagine I would have felt staring a knob and bollocks in the face. No, I'll never forget this moment. We had finished the video before the girls had finished theirs, and there was a bit of a comedian in our class. We'll call him James. Oh, fuck, no, that was his name. He was sitting there. We're all sitting there. We're all talking. So obviously it's all the boys in the room. Someone said, "Oh, why is it taking them so long?" Little James from the back of the classroom. "Oh, maybe they're doing it." We all just kind of sat there like. I will never forget the look on my teacher's face when James said with the straightest of faces, "Oh, maybe they're doing it." Her face just went. There was about 5 seconds of awkwardness, and then the whole class just erupted in just uncontrollable laughter. Now the worst part by far of sex education, and this is the secondary school sex education, this is the meaty stuff, the stuff that you kind of don't want to see, you kind of know about it, but you don't really have a choice, you've got to do it. Old Barbara comes in with a bag full of goodies, walking in like it's fucking Halloween. "Hello boys, how you doing?" She walks in with a bag, she gets everything out, she's put the Johnny on the condom, it's all weird, all great, everything's going swell, or as good as it can be for a class of 30 pupils watching an old woman put a fucking condom on a dildo. I think that's actually scarred me. Barbara, if you're watching this, call me. No. Vile. The most awkward part is at the end, when she's done it, right, she's finished all this, and she looks at everyone and she's like, "Right, does anyone else like a go?" What do? Do you say yes? Because on one hand, you kind of want to show off because there's loads of women in the room, but on the other hand, you don't want to touch a purple penis. Everyone looks at each other. There's one clown at the back. "Yeah, I'll do it, I'll be able to do it." Little Billy at the back thinks he's all big and hard. Walks over, right, his little Billy grabs the dildo. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Grabs the dildo, right, off comes the condom packet. He's sitting there going, "Why ain't it, Barbara, why ain't it going on?" She looks at him like, "Oh, little Billy, schoolboy error mate, schoolboy error." Takes over, she does, grabs the condom, off comes the packet again. Straight on, bash. Billy looks at her like she's just fucking made a £10 note out of a piece of shit. Like, he's actually amazed. His mind's blown. Little Billy, changed forever his life was. He's in prison now. He gives it another go. Off comes the wrapper. "Barbara, why ain't it working?" She does it again. Gets another condom out. Off comes the wrapper. First go, bang. Billy's sitting there like, "That's it. I can't do this. I've got to go. Gives it one more go. Barbara gives him a look like, "I'll show you." Probably not the best thing for a sex education teacher to show for a 15-year-old boy, but there we go. Grabs the condom, shows him how to put it on. Billy's like, "Ah." Oh. You know the thing you do when you've you've been an idiot, and you kind of go, "Ah." Oh. Billy's sitting there going, "Oh, silly me, how could, oh, what an idiot, eh, but, oh, silly me." Sort of psychs himself up. "I'm ready for this, I can do this, I was born for this moment. Barbara's just shown me, all my class are looking, time to be the big man." Off comes the wrapper. There was a moment of suspense. We weren't sure if Billy was going to get it on first time. There was a moment where we were all like, "Oh, Jesus, come on, Bill, he's holding it right. He's holding it like this. Yeah. Down a bit. Right. Looking at it, like, psyching himself up. He's talking to it. "You're going to go on first time. I've done this twice now. You're going to go on. You ain't got a choice, mate. You're going on. You're going right over that big purple dildo. Right? First time." Now, what I witnessed next was the swiftest manoeuvre I think I've ever seen. Bang, it's on. Like, what the Even to this day, I'm not that swift. And I've got an actual one. I don't have a big purple one. And I'm just sitting there like, part of me wanted to applaud. He's cracked it. This kid's going places. Third time lucky. With Barbara's help, he was going places. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I apologise if it was a little bit awkward. It was very awkward for me to film. Cheers for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. It means a lot to me. It really does. You don't even understand. And I hope you've had a great week and an even better weekend by the time this is uploaded. And I will see you next week for another little chit chat. See you later, guys. Bye.